Hello everyone, and welcome to Price Action Currency Trading Group. This is actually our first video, and I am posting this because we got a signal this morning. This is the EJ 4 hour, and I just kind of wanted to give you a brief explanation on how we got the signal to go short. If you're looking at the chart right now, you can see that we have, for those who use patterns, we have a triple top here. So you have one here, one here. This will be the third one. We also have confluence. You can't really see it here too well. This little rise right here, it's actually a rising wedge, which is very bearish. Rising wedges mean that 87% of the time you'll have a break to the downside. It looks better on FXCM for some odd reason, but the candles here are a different time zone. So you can see, if you trade price action, pin bars and things like that, you'll see it better on the MT4 platform. And if you trade breakouts and patterns, trends and things like that, it looks better on the FXCM platform. But either way, we got a signal this morning. We saw that there's a gap at the opening, and I had a feeling before I went to bed that this was going to rise even further. And instead of entering here at 124.50 and be 50 to 60 pips in drawdown, I put a market order at 124.97, which is this resistance here. And for those who don't know what these are Fibonacci pivots, support and resistance levels. They pretty much price respects these levels. Most of the time, as you can see, a bounce here, the two tops, bounce here. So what I was expecting was a rise up, a bounce, and then a retracement down. So I put a market order at 124.97. Sure enough, the price shot up. I was in the trade at 124.97. I was down. My drawdown was 7 to 8 pips, and then it started to retrace. This is also a good signal here. That long pin bar that you see there, this one right here. Let me just draw it up for you. Okay, this one right here. When you trade price action, you kind of have an eye for these long pin bars here. Okay, so you see that it was a false breakout. It pierced through the resistance, and then it retraced to close underneath it, forming like a inverted hammer, long pin bar. This is usually a signal that price didn't like it up here. So while the bulls were trying to push it, right before the close of the candle. Right before the close of the candle, the bears came in and made it close well below the resistance here. So at that point, on the retracement alone, I was probably already up 30 to 40 pips. I'm expecting this to come down to, at this level, to come down. If you use the measurement rule, I'm expecting this to come down to 123. I put my take profit at 123.30, which is about 168 pips. It's not a bad trade. This trade will probably take it could be between a couple hours to a couple of days. The market seems kind of slow, kind of choppy, but I'm still expecting it to come down to this level here. What you're seeing on my charts right now is the 55 EMA, which is the white line here, and the 200 EMA. I usually use it to know in which direction the trend is going. And these lines here that you see on my charts are center of gravity lines. On the 4-hour chart, they're starting to kind of turn down, so I know there's a down move coming. Also, we have confluence here. Besides the triple tops, I explained before that we have a rising wedge. I'm not going to draw the lines, but you get an idea. It's a rising wedge, usually breaks down. And also what you see here is CCI, which is in blue, and the RSI, which is in red, they're coming into the center. I know a lot of people teach how to use the RSI and the CCI, and they say when it's over 100 or over 70 in the oversold zone, look to sell. Same thing with the bottom. If you're oversold, look to buy at this bottom area. The only problem with that is that markets that are trending, this can stay in the oversold zone for a long period of time. So if you're looking for a short, and this is here over 70 and over 100, what's going to happen is you'll experience drawdown, and if you're looking to go short, this can keep on going up if it's trending. So the way you really use it is when price is coming back into the center. So if you notice here with my crosshairs, once it started coming into the center, you see the price starting to come back down. So the center is really the neutral zone. So when you're waiting, when you're here, like for instance right here is a good example. You see it was oversold, it was over 100. Once it started to come in, you see it's lining up with the bearish candles. Once it starts trending into the center, look at this run. From this candle here, you would have got in right at the top, and this run would have taken you a good 200 if you would have stayed in there for the long run. 200 to, actually it's like about 368 pips, and then once again price starts getting into the center, and this is when you're looking for buying opportunities. And you can see here the crosshairs are lining up perfectly when they start entering the center, and this is when you start going in, when you start looking for longs. If you're looking for, let's say for instance, if you would have looked for a buying situation here when it was oversold, then you could see that the drawdown that you would have been in, all the way from this point to this point, that's 242 pips. That's drawdown that I'm not willing to accept. My stop losses are real tight, between 20 and 30 pips. If I get stopped for any reason at all, a spike or new spike, fundamental trading and things like that, then you know what, I'll just wait for a better entry and I'll enter if I'm expecting it to go in the direction that I'm thinking it's going to go. So basically, this is how we got the signal of EJ this morning. We're looking to post videos on the site and teach our traders how to trade price action and breakouts, trends and things of that nature. Most groups don't do that. What they do is they give out the signals. Once you start asking how do you get the signal, what indicators you use and things like that, everything is a big secret. Profitability is not a secret. Anyone can do this. Most of this is common sense, and you just have to read the charts. You have to read what the charts are telling you, and that's pretty much about it. So we'll post this video up. Hope you guys enjoy, and keep using the signals, and hopefully everybody will make money. Thanks.